Hey everybody, welcome back to Why Not RV. If this is your first time watching, I'm Chris, this is Jasper, and if you haven't already, go ahead and like the page, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned because today we're going to talk about harvest hosts. So let's talk about what harvest host actually is. Essentially, there's a bunch of small privately owned businesses across the country, from wineries and breweries to museums and farms, and there's also golf courses as well. That's a separate package. That essentially they have very large plots of land, or they have extra parking between buildings, or some form of parking available for a large rig like an RV. So what happens is they're signed up on their end as a host, and we are signed up as members, and we can now find these hosts to go overnight boondock. And there's tons of different locations all across the nation. I believe they just hit over 1,000 within the past couple of months on just the regular stuff. Plus there's also like 400 and something golf courses, I believe. I'll look up the details and hopefully put that in the link below. And if you are interested in joining Harvest Host, I will put a link below for that. It's a great program, we love it. So there's all these different places that have these extra parking spaces, and they're all different. Some of them are wineries. So you get there, you park, and you're not paying anything. Your membership for the year is how you are enjoying this parking space. Now, it is very recommended to go ahead and purchase something from your host, whether that's a tour. If you're not a big wine drinker, you can just do a tour and see their facility and how they're running and operating. Or if you're in a brewery and you don't like beer, same thing. You may buy a t-shirt, or at a distillery you can take a tour. There's all sorts of different ways to use that company and be a patron to them, and kind of thank them for letting you park there overnight. Now, most of them, I'm not going to put a percentage out there, but most of them are strictly a parking space, somewhere for you to overnight, just like if you were in a Walmart parking lot, and you need to treat it as such, and you need to go ahead and make sure you clean up your area and take care of the space you're in, because this is someone's private business most likely. There's not really anything that I've come across so far that's commercialized or franchise or anything like that. These are small family-owned businesses, wineries, breweries, distilleries, etc. And so you really treat it like it's someone's house, and make sure you leave your footprint there properly. There are some harvest hosts that do offer some facilities, such as sometimes electric, which might be a 15 amp that they just say, yep, you're allowed to plug into the 15 amp over there if you have the proper adapters. Or some of them actually do have 30 amp and 50 amp service available. Sometimes they will offer that at some form of an upcharge, $5 or $10 for the night to use it. And same thing with water and sometimes even sewer. And it's a great thing to be able to use. Now, we boondock at 99% of our harvest hosts. We are not there for full hookups. We don't know that there's any kind of hookup. We plan on running our generator until nighttime and then running our inverter overnight, unless it's too hot and they don't mind running the generator overnight. But always check with your host about that. Now, I do want to talk about two specific harvest hosts that we just recently stayed at. The first one was Horse Creek Winery, and that was in Sparks, Georgia. And it's right off of I-75, a great location for passerbyers or someone that's just traveling. If you're trying to break up a 600-mile drive, that's a great spot to stop. It's right off the interstate, and it's super easy. Pull in, park, pull right back out, and you're back on the interstate. And surprisingly, for how close we were to the interstate, you couldn't hear the interstate at night. We were in our bed, so we slept great. We had no noise inside. There might have been one or two times that I heard a plane fly overhead because there was some airport nearby, but it was really a great experience and a great harvest host. The next one I want to talk to you about is called Hodges Vineyards, and this is out in Alabama, and it is probably the nicest harvest host that I've stayed at to date. And we've stayed at plenty and plan on staying at a whole lot more. But this particular harvest host had full hookups: electric, water, sewer, everything. 50 amp, 30 amp, 15 amp if you wanted it for an extra plug. They had everything. And after talking to the people that work there, I did realize that the owners actually own RV parks. I think they said they own 2 different RV parks somewhere in Alabama. And so that's why they have full hookups there, is because they know what they're doing. They know how to put that stuff in for moderately cheap. So I'm sure that's why they had it. But aside from the full hookups, it was gorgeous. It was just 100 acres of pure vines for the vineyard. It was just beautiful, beautiful area, and super easy parking. They have space for 2 over there, and both us and our buddy that we're traveling with, we got both our rigs in there, and we have a 39-foot fifth wheel. He's a 42-foot Class A. No problem getting them in or getting them out. A really great spot to stay in. If you have any questions about Harvest Hosts, or if you want to join, I'm going to post a link below to their website, and you can join from there. Or you can shoot me a message or just comment on this video, and I'll try and get back to you. If I have an answer, I'll get it to you. If I don't, I'll try and find it for you. If you're already a Harvest Host member, go ahead and write down below. Let me know what your favorite spot is, where some of your favorite Harvest Hosts have been. Like I said, our favorite one so far was there in Alabama at Hodges Vineyards. It was gorgeous, and we can't wait to find a new favorite as we travel around the country and keep on doing this Harvest Host thing. All right, everybody. Well, that's it for this week. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. Like the page. Make sure to subscribe, which I'll go ahead and put that right here. And until next week, thanks for watching. Bye.